was area almost all same like the same species was here also. They removed these bushes. They started planting this plantation of eucalyptus. Have you seen it? And these came late actually. This is a Acacia holo series. And after that there is one more species they got. The three of them are from Australia. Holo series and eucalyptus and one more Acacia arcrophornis. Three species they got. First they got eucalyptus. They entered this 3,500 hectares roughly. Entered this area they planted. During that time we were not much in favor of this eucalyptus species. Totally we opposed it. Finally we agitated with a lot of protest, legally, illegally, both ways. Legally appealing and going to the officials and bureaucrats and politicians, and illegally occupation of lands and uprooting. This is an illegal activity we were doing. So during that time, very strong clause I got is a reserve forest should not be supposed to plant any new species, and they have to protect. They should not uproot and take out all the local species and introducing a eucalyptus. Canopy trees in your farm or anywhere, just you can use those spaces more efficiently. You can grow something, because we last time in every season the summer is different, winter is different, and rainy season not less than to 40 to 50 different species, from grass to herb to shrubs and bushes, creepers, vines and tubers, all together 45 varieties of things have been able to grow under this tree. The most of the orchards, those who have orchards, we can grow number of things under the shade also. When it's happening in this kind of environment, you are taking care, you are giving some manure and you are maintaining. Under the tree also can be possible to grow number of crops. Don't just leave your garden is just barren. Have you seen that? So they are liking them, that kind of environment. That is their language. So don't keep your orchards barren. You grow, keep growing something. Not 44 varieties, does it? That's where one of the permaculture limbo is a guild. It's called a guild. Okay?
What are all the points we have to take care when building a guild?
The center in your cultivated ecology is the one central element. Any one of the plant, and you introduce all kinds of flowers and shrubs and bushes, roots, tubers, whatever does grow there, let it alone. So slowly they will invite their friends to grow together. They enjoy nice get-together meeting, nice conferences, convergences they do. Okay? Then my friend will come, the animals, and they will come and interact with them by scratching and digging for their insects. They aerate the soil, the growth will be much better. Okay? All your Kalankari people, they use it.
The leaf. These berries.
They are not ripe
For
yet.
what? What do they use there?
The sap they take it, they crush this is for Vaidyanath, your Triphala they go. And they'll soak it, they'll add some local colors, and there's a very sticky. Yeah, did you see?
Like bhonkar.
Yeah.
What's it called, sir?
The Ternalia bellarica. All Kalankari people, the natural dye they used to have it. Any tree you find this kind of pattern on the stem. Have you noticed? The trunk pattern is an indicator of strong wood. Most of the trees. Okay? So this is an indicator of deep soil also. This is the only plant can thrive in the water without water. This is the only plant can thrive. If you go तालाब में उधर बाहर जाएगा lake, that is the only planted there, because they submerge in the water also, it doesn't die. And the dry areas also, most of the dry areas, block soils they like it. They do block soils, deep soil. Also the depth of the soil is more, the trees will grow. Most of the Maharashtra, if you go along the roadside, you will find Madhya Pradesh. This is one of the major trees. Very hardy wood, and a lot of agricultural implements and the bullock carts, and they do a lot of things, materials out of this trunk. Very good fodder. Where these trees are there, most of the black brown soils have these trees, and there are a lot of that is your pods are there. Did you see the pods and leaves? Very good fodder for the goats and sheep. They like, the goats will like. I think is a nitrogen fixer.
Orange.
The leguminous, and you can make a nice kajal out of it. No itex before that. Rural women used to have a nice seeds. Yeah, the seeds, the sap from the pod.
Oh,
Just you put it, touch one iron piece of thing, and sickle they used to have it. Any iron piece, but the sickles are very common in the hand.
So what?
This is in Telangana. Other states I don't know. If you find a bubble and the Telangana state flower Acacia archiloformis and any termite hill, these three together, there is a potential of water is more there. They will go for open well. There's a water indicator in Telangana region. In your area, may be different. You know the yellow flower is the Telangana state flower, Acacia articulata. The yellow flowers. That plant and termite hill and this plant. All together there in one place, that is a more potential. Easily they can, water diviners will, you go open well, here you will get the water. That's without just any wait, they will tell you. I think alternative way also. That's what, in view of IPC, one of my team was here, the IPC international, national volunteers were here. They started growing with a lot of zigzag and lot of patterns and all those things, models and the design. What of that they did, they started growing vegetables. Before that on Aranya, no vegetables. Lot of vegetables which is perennial is there and you can eat everything. But only issue is the cultural issue. If you eat but your people are, whether eat or not, I don't know. The slowly you don't get into the more drudgery things. I think you can cut down your growing vegetables. Then I slowly, my water came, my drip person came. And my demonstration people came, and there's no mycelium network, no root network. I have a plastic network in Aranya now. So totally, what I supposed to, not supposed to do, I did everything. Vehicles are coming, nice buildings came, nice plastic came. What else? Nice power came on this farm till 2018 December. No power on this farm. 2018 December 2nd, since 1999. 2015 I got the solar. After that, before that, no solar, no power. Our dinner time is 5:30. Go to bed, get up in the morning 4 o'clock. The light comes slowly. Solar came, we'll start it till 8 o'clock. Nicely talking and holding the nice power lamps. And then power comes, now it's till 1 o'clock. If the TV comes, no sleep. So this is how the changes will happen in a farm, just when you have to think of. So these are the small, then how root system will take, and this spacing was very clean, no cracks. The indicator of, what is this? The indicator of root. The tree roots are given that cracks.
Okay.
So soil has been loosened. Yeah. When I dug this, I think for 4, 5 years, 10 years, the cracks were not there. Which is, soil is now more porous. And exactly this is a well I dug, is the lowest land of, low lying of entire this 11.5 acres. I built my percolation tank. The altitude is totally different, the higher elevation is totally different. So where your amphitheater is my percolation tank. I convert into amphitheater.
How big it is?
That's the where we are sitting every day. That's the big. So that water is recharging my well in the rainy season. But since last 3 years, no rain. We have showers. Always differentiate with shower, drizzling and rain. Three are not same. So we have drizzles and showers, but not the rain. Where rain is almost sufficient and saturation. Where they reaches saturation, there is the rain. Drizzle just 1 or 2
Moisturize,
drops,
yeah.
and the shower little wet, your topsoil will get wet. That kind of rains we had, but nothing has happened. That's what I, before you come, the amphitheater was a dumping yard of my all biomass. Just before you come, I emptied and I converted into amphitheater. Okay, that fills, got lot of water in this. The windbreak, what's the windbreak? To stop the wind. But other than lot of other elements, other functions also there. So one element, many functions. So not only the biomass and moisture and your prevent erosion and lot of birds and biodirector, lot of things are there. More than 20-25 functions are there. What I did this section of area this year, this function is over. Windbreak function is over. You don't keep that windbreak for years together and 100 years and decades, century is not required. You have to take out the plants, you keep which is taller and canopy. So in this predominantly lot of Glyricidea planted as a pioneer in the initially. They have done their job now. So just some the teak I removed for the timber. Casuarina, I removed already, but still there's some more small young plants are there. Did you see? I used it for the poles for construction. And the Glyricidea, I cut for biomass and the logs and your any culture. Ugul culture, giggle culture, firewood, whatever. So you just allow the plants to which are already there. Have you seen the neem?
Yes.
Okay, the pongamia. Have you seen the pongamia? The leaves, new leaves are
So
coming
those
there.
are the ones you've left in.
Exact. And this is a sitafal. Have you seen? This is a tendu leaf. So these kind of plants you leave it and you start planting. Have you seen I planted some bamboo there on the boundary? And in between I planted citrus, mango, all the plants. Did you see the mango? And chiku, all fruit plants, cashew, jackfruit. Have you seen the jackfruit?
Yes.
And badam. So all the fruit plants I planted, so that what happens, so your function not forever. Now every tree is grown up, I don't need a windbreak now. Initially, I need it because I don't have a plants were very small, young plants are there to protect them. I use the windbreak. Now every tree has become a windbreak, this function is nominal. It's not that important, not so significant. So you have to introduce some fruit plants along with the original plants, biomass plants and timber plants and some canopy plants, bird attractor and ficus, all sorts of things. You introduce some plants. That's what I have planted a lot of chiku and citrus and badam and the mango and the jack. All these plants I planted. Let us see how it evolves next year. I wanted to slowly move entire this. But if you at a time if you remove, it will get shocked. Plants inside plants will get shocked, and slowly you have to block it. The transition of 2-3 years, slowly one piece of land you cover, just you clear out, then slowly it will start growing. They are very happy plants. Otherwise, this area is more fertile. Lot of the biomass land, lot of biomass is there, lot of virginity is there. Then you can use those resources and without giving anything, they do much better. The only issue is you have to take care of your plants, what you are growing, little more extra care initially because they have to fast grow. Otherwise, it will become a tunnel. Otherwise, your inside plants will get affected. Okay, and that's why don't remove everything. You keep some original plants and plant in between where the empty spaces are there, and slowly you can removing the pioneer, which is originally it was a pioneer. Now it has become should not be again mono. So you encourage the leguminous plant Glyricidea. You know Glyricidea. All of your guys are here.
Yes.
No, places are blank. Okay, this is a Glyricidea. The nitrogen fixer very hardy. I use these species as a pioneer on this farm initially. Now I am encouraging Pongamia. So initially I used it, but don't continue same with species because your Pongamia is a local, very hardy, and it gives lot of biomass. In the summer, that's the only plant is green. This plant is dry, that plant is green. Have you the new leaves started? So the combination of that will maintain the microclimates. If you want to vegetables, you have to maintain all these things. If you don't grow vegetable, no problem. You eat everything, start eating growing everything, eating everything, no problem. But if you want to vegetables, you have to maintain some weeds will dominating. At that time, you can uproot and use it as a mulch, or pathways use it. But before doing that, you have to take care of this section of area because they are very active to grow here. Because every time you don't mulch, the open area will be resort for them because they get a lot of sufficient light and air. So they grow faster than this area. So it's just you have to mulch to make it compost. So next year what I do, I put off of this I put bed here. So this mulch material will become a manure for the following, for the next bed.
I didn't. Can you repeat that?
This is a pathway. Did you see how much material I put it here? How deep? Anybody witness? Lot of mulch material is. So next year it will, the bed will get compacted. You need aeration. Okay. Otherwise, after 2 years also, not 1 year, it may not happen if the soil is good. So 2 years, after 2 years also, what you can do, you aerate the soil. Instead of digging the same bed, you take the off portion of it and off portion of this,
And put it in the middle.
put it on the middle so that it will become a bed. This will become a pathways. So this material can be used as a manure or your biomass, aeration agents. This biomass will become a, yeah please.
The cardboard, you can use any cardboard or you have to check for...
No, I like this because the brown and color is easy. I think the newspapers,
Any
news-
cardboard is safe.
yeah, safe. But not much, lot of colorful, lot much ink and writing. But cardboard's not only one Videocon, that's it. Not much figures, pictures won't be there.
Is there any sign to look for or...
No, the cardboard is this color is in it. Because the end product is absorptionally much better, easily disintegrating the soil, and it holds much more matter. The termites are faster to that. Termites will come easily. So the newspaper and the white fresh water paper don't use it. Newspaper they are not using. There's a government, all governments and they banned the lead using in the colors. But still some papers are using, but the particularly not the Deccan Chronicle paper kind of thing. So they a lot of using. They were using. I don't know, but newspaper I don't prefer. But this paper is available in the urban people. You easy for the most of the paper you'll get it used in the pathways. But I use most of the not only the pathways. I used on the bed also. First layer is the bed to suppress the weeds. On top of that I put the bed. Okay. Otherwise, in the after 2-3 inches you can put the cardboard. You can raise it. You cover it. Then you make a holes. You can plant it. Otherwise, it will be lot of weeds will come grow there. And particularly that cardboard is very helpful to suppress the grasses and holding the root depth is very shallow. So exactly they go up to the your cardboard. And any raised bed advantage, disadvantage is not disadvantage is not. I didn't find much, but advantages are there. But easily any weeds are there, easily you can uproot. If in the directly on the soil, what happens? The grass roots will be remain in the root. Again they will grow back. It will break means what does it mean? The roots are there in the ground, the soil. Again when you give water, again they grow back. In the beds there is no choice. Once you uproot, automatically it comes with roots. So that is the bed, raised bed is advantage, and holding moisture is a little, and the edges are more in the raised bed. In the flat land, and the edges are not less and not many, and that is advantage. So to do in a small scale you do it. Somebody is a commercial way 100 acres case doesn't work. Okay, just we can small patches, small pieces of lands is these raised beds are very efficient, and your work is less, and all vegetables will be or plants will be happy, and you need not to do much work. Okay.
Can you use bed makers also?
Here,
Bed makers.
Bed makers you can do manually. Otherwise, there is the plows are not there. The tractors are there. And bed makers, if you ask them to just sow zigzag, they will go. Otherwise, no, I don't want zigzag. They have a plows which can be discs kind of thing there. They will go straight and they will make a bed automatically. Bed makers are there. And tractors they have. Sure.
The same bed, how long you are using? 1 year or 3 years?
maximum I'm using 2 years because of the compactness. The compact is the size. Have you seen that? Why I dug that? The size has almost all gone down. Compaction and a lot of soil will get erode both sides, so it will become little lower. Then I can use for it. You can touch this. Any spike is there? No.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
No, edges.
Yeah.
Edges.
Yeah.
Adjustly it is there. Yeah.
Spiky ones, sir?
Yeah, spiky ones are grasses, not edible, not the greens, not cereal. Okay? Non-spiky, anything which if you feel like touchy or something is not
Millet.
edible.
Millet.
Spiky in the sense hairy.
Hairy. Hairy is
This one,
Here
this one
it
has
is.
a little bit.
hairy?
Yeah, I can see this one.
Not edible.
Yeah, you're right.
Hairy is edible.
Not edible.
So if you don't know, you can do that experiment. But local people, the women, they know very well. But for you guys, you to which child will be uproot. So sometime after you, one of my international community people, they were here. They were kept all the parthenium, everything they uprooted. They don't know which is weed, which is edible. That kind of thing they do. In the most of the grasses, after growing certain height, you have to do that. Otherwise, if you don't know for sure, you have to make some of these things. But children's schools, those who are working in the schools, they like this. Some shape rather than linear. Non-linear patterns they like always. So they draw a lot of attention. Children will happy to go and they play with this and do a lot of things. And the shape itself is very attractive. So in the school, those who are working, you can take up these designs are much efficient and the children will get involved easily. You don't have to put much efforts to teach them and talk to them about these things, okay? Wanted to take it the Mexican sunflower and chaya cuttings and the tapioca.
Tapioca.
I planted 3 of them and I put some cow dung so that it won't get damaged faster. The shoots will, new shoots will start come easy. So that's what I use it. Otherwise the stem borer will go and damage entire the pit inside, very tasty for them. So to prevent that I put the cow dung. And also it is an antibiotic and any wound it will heal faster, kind of thing. Any cutting you do, you have to apply some soil, otherwise cow dung. No cows are there, donkey dung. No donkey dung is a soil is easy. Soil is get easy. Okay? Okay, this is my compost pit inside. So whatever the soil the same compost after any material I get, immediately you have to harvest and you put it back into the air. And I will just recently, 1 week ago I did this, my compost I used it here. Then again you have to fill, use a compost, then you put it back. Whatever the material will generate in the keyhole beds, you put it back. I want to take out the stones. The boundary stones is very occupying lot of space. The growing area is less more than your structure is more. So once if you remove them, I think the cuttings will take care of that. So the boundary will be automatically made. And that's the eastern side I planted the lemongrass. Have you noticed?
Yes.
So close, I planted very close by. Some more cuttings, have you noticed? So that will become edge. So you can take out the stones. Stones being not to be kept all the time. So just recently I did it, okay? So these cuttings I am using for the Mexican sunflower and the chaya. This is all my, this I am giving the chickens. This is a sunemp. Sunemp they like. Sunemp if you grow 1 acre of, 1 acre of your sunemp, 100 chickens for 6 months. Your good feed. 1 acre. Yeah. Okay? 1 acre of land, 100 chickens, 1 acre of land you can keep. You can without applying any, no weeding, no ploughing, no manuring. 100 chickens per 1 acre. Throughout year you need not apply anything, you cannot do anything on the farm.
What is sunny?
This sunemp, this one.
Small one.
This is a nitrogen fixer. Across India, farmers they know very well. Okay. So which one is lemongrass?